Shalom Aleichem, good Erev Shabbos for Shabbat Truma. Mishnah Yomi is in chapter 13 of Ketubot. Mishnah Hey, continuing the rulings of Admon that were disputed. Haposik maut lachatano. A father-in-law promises an amount of money to his son-in-law. So what's going on is there was a kedushin, mazel tov. He gave her the ring. That's the first stage of a Jewish marriage. And in the meantime, the father-in-law has promised, an apartment or a Mercedes or something to the son-in-law. Upashat lo at the regel, but then he extends to him the leg. Now, this could mean basically it's a derogatory thing, saying, I'm shaking the dirt off my feet onto you. I'm not going to give you any money, nothing. The partner brings up a shot. The father-in-law is saying, you could hang me upside down by my leg and shake me. You're not going to get any money out of me. So he's now refusing to give anything he promised to the son-in-law. So the Mishnah says, Teishiv ad sheyalbin rosha. She might have to sit and wait. The bride might have to sit until her hair turns white, meaning the chatan, the groom, can refuse to go to the chuppah until he gets what the father-in-law promised. Admon disagrees with this. You don't want to leave her stuck, almost an aguna situation. Yehola hi shetomar, this bride can make a claim. She can say, Ilu ani pasokti lasmi. If I myself had promised to give you the Mercedes, Eishiv Ochiyobin Roshi, and then I couldn't give it before the chuppah, then yes, I would have to sit and wait until my hair turned white, or I got you the Mercedes, the promised item. Achshav, but now, Sha'aba Pasakalai, it was my father who made this promise. It wasn't me. Mani Yechola Lasod, what can I do? Now, obviously, we're dealing with a case where she can't somehow pressure the father into actually giving what he promised. O Kanos, O Pator, so she can say, either marry me, or give me a get, and I can go marry somebody else. Amar Rabban Gamliel says, Roe ani et divrei Admon. Admon appears correct. We don't force this woman to wait in this situation that she did not create. Now, Mishnah Vav deals with land ownership. Ha'orer al hasadeh. One is challenging ownership of someone else's field. V'hu chatum aleha be'ed. And as a twist, the same challenger is actually signed as a witness on the deed of sale, giving it to the occupant. So it's kind of hard, you understand, for Ruvain to claim that Shimon doesn't really own this field when Ruvain signed as a witness on the deed of sale, giving it to Shimon. Admon Omer, so Admon explains what's going on here. Yachol hu sheyomar, the challenger, Ruvain can say, Hasheni noachli, it's easier for me to sue Shimon in court. Harishon kashe hamenu. But the first guy, it would be very hard for me to sue him. He might have connections with the government. He might be in the mafia. I can't take him to court. So what's going on is that strong man that he's afraid of might have forced Ruvain off of his field. And then Ruvain was sort of waiting for an opportunity to get it back. And he saw that the strong man wanted to sell it to Shimon. And he said, oh, great, I'm going to help him sell it to Shimon, because then I can actually sue Shimon in court without fear of repercussions. The Chachamim Omrim, the other sages disagree. They say, Ibed et zechuto. Ruvain here has lost his rights to challenge the ownership when he signed as a witness on the bill of sale, giving it to the new owner. The Bartanura brings, and the Rambam agrees, the halacha here is like the sages. But the Mishnah includes, Asa siman la'acher. If instead of signing as a witness on the deed of sale, he made it a siman, meaning somebody was selling the neighboring field, and they used this disputed field as a boundary. They said, yes, Shimon's field is the north boundary of this field being sold, and the would-be challenger signed the bill of sale on that other field, the neighboring field, which uses it as a siman, as a boundary. Ibed et zechuto. Everyone agrees he's lost his rights. He can't make a claim, yeah, I did that just to make it easier for me to recover my field, my long-lost field in court, because that's not the situation here. It's the neighbor is selling a field and using the disputed field as a boundary demarcation. So there, everyone agrees he's lost his zechut. Shabbat shalom, zay gesund.